boys! We are back for another Dokkan battle video. Finally, we are starting to get to the end of, hell of a dark period for both Global and JP Dokkan, right? Let's take a look at this, and then we'll talk about what I think is coming for Global and JP. Again, I do think that there's going to be a couple of things happening, for both versions during this week, right? So, let's take a look. So, first off, we have version 5.8.0 coming. Oh, one other thing I really got to mention too. I'm probably going to do a separate video about this, especially because it's about to come to Global, right? Like, I tweeted this out, like, this looks good. We're going to get into this, right, with the jukebox thing. And I did get a reply where someone's like, oh, they did this, but they can't do the friend system yet. I mean, listen, the friend system, it's not perfect. It's not 100%. But they fixed most of it, right? Like, if you want to go into, like, some story event and bring whatever team you want, you could do that now. It seems like it's just, as long as people are actually running the character, right? Like, if the people are actually using these teams to clear events, you can find the character, right? Like, you will find Videls and characters like that up and down the friends list now, right? I definitely had a lot of issues with Dokkan Fest Tech Bardock the day he came out, but since then, I have not had any. I remember once I asked a bunch of people to set Raditz. I have seen quite a few Raditzes since then. The friend system, again, it's mostly fixed. I think when Global is getting the update very soon, and y'all will see. It's not 100% perfect, but, I mean, if this is at least what they'll do, I think this probably is good enough. I still would like some more time to pass by, right? I would want, like, a major celebration to happen, but I do want to add that out. Like, at first it seemed like the friend system was way worse, but upon using it for a while, it's actually quite better. I think they did a good job with that, and I feel like it's gone under the radar because Global doesn't have it yet, right? So it's like, once y'all see, like, things are much better with that. Okay, so supposedly, this is the final installment of the version Z update. I still don't understand what the purpose of saying this is the final installment of it is, right? Like, even if they never said that, and then, in 3 years we could say, well, maybe they could do another version Z update, right? Like, I don't understand why that. I'm very curious to see why they said that. I don't think it's because, oh my god, the game is about to die. No, with an anime announcement imminent, Dokkan's going to be around for a while still. I don't know. Actually, you know what I haven't done? I haven't talked about it with Goresh. I got to spitball with Goresh and see what he thinks. Why in the hell did they say version Z is done? That just seems bizarre to me. I don't know. So, all right, let's take a look at what we got right here. So, ahead of the update, here's some of the new stuff that's coming. So there's burst mode, right? Combining various gimmicks, a new mode will soon be available to challenge some of the ongoing events. Now, if we look at what's going on right now with this is, again, one of the great dark periods in Dokkan history, I think. Part of it is because the Resurrection F Blues on Global are so underwhelming that, like, it does not move the needle whatsoever, right? So because of that, both Global and JP, again, I think this is one of the dark periods in Dokkan history. I think this is something they want to do, which is make a way to create content for these celebrations without necessarily really having to create, like, new events and bosses and stuff like that. By doing something like this, it seems like they'll be able to take existing content and then multiply it by 1,000,000, right? Which is clearly what they're going for here. Overcome the fierce battles you have imposed on yourself and aim to acquire songs that color the battles. So, the burst mode here, remember that this is the thing that they tweeted out last night, which really does go through quite a few details. So we're going to do this burst mode, and we will be able to obtain, like, songs, various OSTs and stuff like that in-game. And then if we look right here, so a collection room will become available in your My Data page. We can see right there, looks like it's going to be above the button that shows how many times you use characters, and then of course that's the little, like, pixel character. So in there, you will be able to play songs you've acquired and set them to locations that can be set. Okay. So, wait. So, we can click the My Data page, And then, okay, so I think the very first event we're gonna be able to use with this burst mode, we'll see this again. I think, well, did they announce? I don't think they announced when maintenance is yet, did they? I don't think so. No, there's no maintenance announced. Does it say in here? No, they haven't announced it yet. I assume it's within the next couple of days. By the way, I do anticipate an LR coming again. We'll get to that in a second. Damn, I suck at recording videos these days. I really have fallen off. So I think what this burst mode is going to start with, by the way, is going to be this event right here. The the Battle of Saiyans Dragon Ball story stage. Seems like this is where it's going to start. And there's various different things, right? You can give the enemy a big attack buff. You could enable them to lock your characters. You could restrict it to you only using certain types of characters, right? Like right here, they're using a full power team. Can I? Yeah, right here. So they're just using a full tech, full power team. And then right here, they do another run, and then they eat 1,000,000 damage here. So it's like, these could be fun, right? And I think the very first iteration of this is going to be for this Dragon Ball story. So we'll see how this is going to fare, right? Like how, oh, did we freeze? Apparently Twitter froze. Yeah, Twitter's been going really good lately. I'm not sure if you guys are aware. Twitter's been awesome. Okay, sure. Did I click everything I basically wanted to look at? Sort of. And then, yeah, so you do those, you'll get the medals, and then you'll be able to get the, the background music and stuff like that, which we could see right there. I think this does look pretty fun, right? Again, we'll see how often they do this, because it looks like they're going to drop, like, this burst mode around certain events, right? So it's not like, all right, they drop it, and oh my god, we're doing extra challenges in Red Zone, and the Legendary Goku event, and story events, and quest mode, right? It looks like it's going to be, like, restricted to certain places. And then that I think is also going to be cool, because it says right here, so we'll be able to play the songs to different locations we have set. So like, look, this is a team building menu. You'll just be able to play, like, I don't know, STR Vegito's OST on the main menu and shit like that. Like, that's going to be good. That'll be cool. That's going to be really fun. I do like this. This does seem pretty good. And again, this seems like this is something they could do every celebration. They pick some random event, they create a couple of sliders. This probably takes them 5 seconds. Like, once they actually create this whole infrastructure right here, it probably takes them 5 seconds to do, like, a new one of these for every upcoming celebration. So I would not be surprised if, like, every celebration now we start to see one of these pop in. I feel like that would make a lot of sense. Could be interesting, right? And it'll be fun to go into, like, story events. I was thinking about this earlier, right? I don't think we're going to need this. No. I was thinking about this. Dude, we're going to go into, like, some of these story events. Yeah, because they haven't done Tournament of Power in quite a while. So I would not be shocked if Tournament of Power is coming up sometime soon. Because remember, the category is completely 100% dead. Yeah, this one right here. Dude. You're going to go into these stages, and you're going to be getting body bagged by, like, Ribrianne. that shit is going to be... No, maybe not this one. There's more fights against Ribrianne in this one right here, right at the start, huh? Yeah, here we go. Huge tittied Ribrianne is going to be soloing us, right? I think that is actually going to be super fun, right? Like, these bizarre bosses. That was one of the most insulting things about Super Battle Road when that originally dropped, too. It's like, everyone was crying, oh my god, we're getting crushed. And it's like, they're not getting crushed by, like, Frieza, Cell, Super Saiyan 3 Goku. It was like Chaozu and Android 19 and Krillin that were destroying people. I loved it. It was funny back in the day. So, all right, we'll see. Again, we don't have a date for this, but I would assume this is in a couple of days. I anticipate we're going to be getting a summonable LR on both Global and JP this week. So I think, again, in this week right here, we'll have an LR on both Global and JP. And then I think Heroes will be the second week. And then the third week, this will be the next Dokkan Fest, right? For JP, like the 30th. And then Global will get Vegeta and Trunks probably sometime to the 1st, like the 8th or something like that. So, if we take a look at it, right? God Goku, November 14th, he dropped. Okay. I mean, if it was actually November 14th that he was releasing, then we would have gotten his details tweeted out tonight. Yeah, it would have been tonight. That his details would have been tweeted out. I don't think they could potentially, I guess, still tweet it out in 12 minutes. I don't think so. I think tomorrow. I'm curious, actually. What day of the week was the 14th in 2019? Let me just quickly take a glance at this, because I do expect an LR showing up. I guess it's possible one doesn't. The 14th was Thursday that year. So, okay. Could we see an LR on the 17th tweeted out on the 15th, I guess? Potentially, right? And then the hero stuff will drop again the following week. I think there's a good chance. 3 years ago, we had LR in November. 2 years ago, it was LR Turles was in October. And then last year, Hit and God Goku were in October. I've made this point that Dokkan does monthly LRs. They have for several years. I think in 2018, let me just quickly double check this. I mean, my Dokkan encyclopedic mind is not going to fail me here. This would have been the year of the 4th anniversary. No. Oh, I guess I'm wrong. The 3rd anniversary. Damn, I suck. I suck at this. Yeah, because we had Super Boo. And then we had Metal Cooler on Halloween. Along with the Int Prime Battle Super Saiyan Vegeta. Okay. And then November, we had Heroes. And then we had Goku Black at the end of the month. No LR either of these 2 months in November of 2018. But basically, since 2019, this monthly LR thing has been the case. You know, it was actually Nano who mentioned this to me. Go ask him, he'll tell you. Nano was the one who pointed out to me that they do monthly LRs, and then I was like, wait a minute. He's right. Yeah, they do. The only time they typically don't drop LRs is like March, January, and then either October or November. Because those are like cool down months essentially before major celebrations. So I do expect an LR. Now Global's LR coming, of course, is going to be super mega obvious. Should be Golden Frieza, right? Global should be getting Golden Frieza this week. I would be shocked if they didn't. And then JP, again, I don't know, maybe a first form Frieza. I guess. It doesn't necessarily have to be tied to anything, I guess, because God Goku 3 years ago, he had nothing to do with Cooler, right? This Turles, this guy came out in the same celebration as the Transforming Angel Golden Frieza. He had nothing to do with him. But then last year, Hit and God Goku, they did have like a connection to Tech Kefla that came out. So, yeah, let me know what you guys think. Version 5.8.0 should be coming up this week. Again, I would expect an LR on both Global and JP. I don't think the Gammas replace the LR. I don't think so. But we will see. Maybe I could be wrong. Possible. So let me know what you guys think of burst mode and all this stuff coming. Thanks guys for watching, and I'll catch y'all next time.